Hello guys, my name is Victoria Pavlov. I am the Photoshop artist. Welcome to my studio. How are you this morning, guys? It's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Almost weekend, and I'm so happy about this. Excuse me. Guys, what we will be doing today? Today, we will be working on autumn pumpkin painting in Adobe Fresco. Yesterday, I uploaded my watercolor painting tutorial on YouTube. Some of you guys ask me, is it possible I can record or stream live how you can paint pumpkin or any other autumn art in Adobe Fresco? And I said, of course, we will do it tomorrow. So today is tomorrow. 1 second, guys. I will open all my chat windows as always, just like this, and we are ready to go. By the way, guys, you will find this info in my under my stream description. I provided you with this sketch we will be working on today, so go to my Patreon and download this sketch. It's free. Download it and you can follow step by step my instructions or my tutorial. So let me switch to my desktop camera, maybe right, yes. And here, as you can see, I have opened already Adobe Fresco, and now I have 3 layers. One layer is default background layer. Second layer is our sketch, and top layer is our reference image. Guys, a reference image, it's just a reference image. You can use your imagination. You can use any colors you like. It's up to you. Now, let's talk about brushes. What brushes we will be using today? Yesterday I uploaded a painting, watercolor painting, and you asked me about watercolor brushes in Fresco. You know me, I love watercolor brushes in Fresco. They are amazing. And we will use watercolor brushes in Fresco. We will be using default watercolor brushes, but by the way, you can use your Photoshop brushes in Adobe Fresco, and I will show to you how just in a second. So I will highlight my sketch layer, and I will create a new empty layer. You can tap on plus icon and Fresco will create a new layer for you, or you can long press or plus icon and Adobe Fresco will ask you, do you want to create pixel layer or vector layer? I want to create pixel layer, so I will specify pixel layer. By the way, guys, if you will use pixel brushes, Fresco intuitive enough to understand that you are working with pixel brushes, and Fresco will create a pixel brush for you. When you pixel layer for you, when you will switch to vector brush in the same document, Fresco will understand that, oh, Victoria, you switched to vector brush, so I will create a new vector layer for you. So Fresco is pretty amazing, very intuitive and easy to work with. So we have created a new layer, and now I will long press on pixel brushes family, first set of brushes. And here, guys, we have all our libraries. If I will scroll up, you will see that here I have a library brushes I use in Photoshop. And if I will scroll up this library, you will see that here I have watercolor brushes I love using in Photoshop. But as I promised, today we will be using only default watercolor brushes in Fresco. So to do so, I will tap on the second set of brushes in Adobe Fresco, and here I will tap on watercolor. Now in Adobe Fresco we have 5 different brushes, watercolor brushes. They're absolutely amazing. You can use any of these amazing brushes. Again, guys, everything is up to you. What brush I will be using? Probably I will be using watercolor wash soft. If I will switch to another brush. Let's start with this brush. And now let's talk about our colors. I will tap on color icon, and Fresco will display color palette. I can tap on any color, and I can choose a color from eyeballing, basically color. If I would like to pick color from my reference image, I will tap on eyedropper tool. I will move eyedropper picker wheel on top of color I would like to pick from, and voila. Speaking about color wheel, not to without tapping on a color icon every time to display my color palette, I prefer to attach it next to my toolbar, and now it's always display, and for me it's easier to work with. And as we all know, we can rotate our canvas, we can zoom in, zoom out, make it bigger, make it smaller, it's up to you. So I will move my document on the right side of my screen. As I said, I will be using a watercolor soft brush, and I will increase the size of my brush, just like that. And using this brush, I will add first a layer. I don't like this brush, particularly on this step of my art, so I will switch to watercolor wash left, and I will increase the size of my brush. And yes, look at this. If you don't like this, for some reason, you can switch to any other brush. And let's try a basic watercolor. I will increase size of my brush, and look at this. Yes, yes, yes. Again, guys, if you notice, I'm with one brush stroke, I'm having overlapping effect. If you don't like it, undo it. Tap on flow icon. Flow basically is opacity of your brush. Increase flow to 100%, and now you will have a more vibrant color. And a little tip for you: if you would like to apply one smooth brush stroke, just increase size of your brush and just apply one brush stroke, just like that. And be honest with you guys, for some reason I don't like this as well. So let's switch to watercolor wash soft. I will increase size of my I will zoom in my document, and I will apply just first a layer of my colors. And by the way, guys, if you notice, I'm not pressing hard on my Apple Pencil. Apple Pencil has great pressure sensitivity, and pressure sensitivity is our friend. So what I'm doing, I'm basically applying first a layer of many colors we will be working with today. Do not forget about how you are positioning your iPad. It's important because position of your iPad affects on your brush strokes, and each brush stroke is very important in any art. So position it in a way you like. This is first a layer of my pumpkin color. I have kind of overlapping effect, and I don't care about this because I can fix it just in a second if I need. And today we will be working on a loose painting effect in Fresco. I will create a new empty layer. Using same brush, I will add a few splashes of color, just like that, and I will bring down opacity of this layer. That's why, guys, I have created a new empty layer for a second coat of my base color, because now I have full control over my paint, and I have full control over each brush stroke. If you're so picky and you would like to have full control over each brush stroke, you can basically create separate a layer for each brush stroke, but it will be too complicated. It's absolutely not necessary. My advice to you, create separate layer for different colors and when you are working on different parts of your painting, just like that. Now what I will do now, I will create a new empty layer. I will use darker shade of same color. I will increase size of my brush and I will add a few splashes of color around here. And again, guys, pressure sensitivity is your friend. Just like that. You can do, of course, guys, better job. You can create photographically, surgically correct image. So you can create, hi, Salah. You can create your painting and people will ask you, is it painting or it's photo? So it's up to you. What I will do, I will bring a little bit opacity of this layer down. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch to light shade of a red color and I will add a few splashes. But to do so, guys, maybe I will switch to another brush. I will switch to watercolor wash flat brush. I will bring size of my brush down and I will add a few splashes of this color, and again I will bring opacity of this layer down, just like that. Guys, you can use just a few colors. You can use as many colors as you like. Again, you can use 2 colors, you can use 10 colors, you can use 50 colors. It's up to you. Do whatever you like. It's your creation, it's your art. And I will bring opacity of this layer slightly down. Look at our pumpkin, how cute this pumpkin is. I will add a new empty layer. I will switch to watercolor round detail brush. And if you notice, guys, at the bottom of our color wheel, we have basically a library of colors we used in current document. So I will tap on our base color and I will use darker shade of same color. I will bring size of my brush down. I will zoom in my document and maybe I will bring size of my brush more down, just like that, about 24, and I will add a few brush strokes around here, just like this. And again, I can bring down opacity of my layer. Why, guys, I'm bringing down opacity of my layer so often in this particular painting? Just because, guys, I mentioned that we are working on a loose watercolor painting and I want to have smooth and elegant colors, just dreamy colors, dreamy line flows in my painting. That's why I'm bringing down opacity of my layer. Why not opacity of my brush? Because if you know me, you know that I'm not a big fan of bringing down opacity of my paint brushes, because bringing down opacity of your brush will create overlapping effect. So if you like it, go for it. But I prefer to bringing down layers opacity. So this is my basic pumpkin, and to add a few splashes of light to my pumpkin, I will create a new empty layer. I will switch back to watercolor wash flat brush. I will tap on base color and I will move my color picker somewhere between white and yellow color, yellowishy color, And I will make sure that opacity flow of my brush is 100%, and I will add a few splashes just like that. And look at this. If I would like to add more highlights to my pumpkin, I will create a new empty layer. I will move my color picker close to almost white color. I will bring size of my brush down, and I will add a few splashes of highlights to my pumpkin, just like that. And again, I will bring down opacity of my layer, just like that. And now we have all highlights and shadows in our pumpkin. And as I always mention, highlights and shadows are very important in any art. Now, I will highlight my sketch layer. No, I'm sorry. I will create a new layer on top of all our pumpkins layers. I will switch to brown color. I will move my color picker down. And now basically I will be using darker shade of same brown color. Hello! And I will increase size of my brush. I will zoom in my document. I will bring size of my brush down, and I will start outlining theme for my pumpkin. And guys, I mentioned multiple times during my stream today that pressure sensitivity is our friend. Now you can see that I have different brush strokes in one brush stroke. How? Because I'm in some areas I'm pressing harder on my Apple Pencil. In some areas I'm just applying light touches. Switching back to light yellow color, bringing size of my brush down, I will add a few highlights around here, just like this. And look at our pumpkin. We will talk about all shadows just in a second. Now, let's talk about our apples and acorns. For my apples, I will create a new empty layer. I will be using a watercolor wash soft brush, and I will be using light green color for apples base color. I will increase, zoom in my document, and I will apply base color for my apple, just like that. Nothing is too complicated, guys. Now, I will move my color picker down. I will create a new empty layer, and I will add a few splashes of green color, darker shade of green color. Just like that. Guys, we are working with a watercolors medium, so we don't have to create paint every single detail in our apple. Again, if you want to, go for it. I will move my slider close to white color. I will create a new empty layer, and I will add a few. Let's see where I will add. I will add a few splashes of a white color. And because our apple located next to our pumpkin, we know that apple will reflect some of pumpkin colors. So I will create a new empty layer. I will click on any color I used in my pumpkin pumpkin painting, and I will add a few splashes of pumpkin color into it. And of course, I will bring down opacity of this layer. This is our first apple. Now I will create a new empty layer. I will click on apple-based color we used in our first apple. I will increase size of my brush, and I will add first layer to this apple. And I don't care if I painted outside of my apple sketch, because I'm working with watercolor medium, and I love not perfection in my watercolor painting. Again, guys, it's up to you. As you notice, I'm periodically hitting, tapping on undo arrow. You can undo with your fingers, but because I'm streaming live and I want you guys to see everything what I do, I'm using arrow, left looking arrow to undo few steps, and I think I made mistake or I would like to improve anything. So this is my second apple. Now I will create a new empty layer. I will switch to brown color. I will bring size of my brush down, and I will create stems for my apples, just like that. And again, guys, we are working with watercolor brushes. Relax and enjoy your creation. Okay, just like that. Time to start working on our acorn. I will create a new empty layer. I will be using a light shade of brown color we used in our pumpkin stem and apples stems. I will increase size of my brush slightly, guys, slightly. I will zoom in my document, and I will add a few brush strokes to my acorn. And by the way, guys, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but because we are working with watercolor brushes, and because, most importantly, because of Apple Pencil has pressure sensitivity, I have full control over each brush stroke, and this is important. I will switch to yellow pumpkin color, and I will add a few splashes of my pumpkin color here. Dark shade of brown color will help me to add top of my acorn, just like that. It's simple, guys. Just relax. Now, we basically have already our pumpkin and our apples and our acorn. Can we continue? Hello, Alec. Can we continue working on our painting? Of course we can, but I don't have a lot of time, because I'm supposed to end my stream in 30 minutes. I mean, my stream's supposed to be only 30 minutes and already 23 minutes. What I would like to show to you, how you can use this base your sketch. You can, first of all, you need to select your sketch layer. You can, after that, you can bring down opacity of your sketch layer or simply delete it. It's up to you. I will bring opacity of my sketch layer down, just like that. I will highlight my, I still have highlighted my sketch layer. I will create a new empty layer on top of it. I will switch to watercolor wash flat brush. I will increase size of my brush, just like that. And now, guys, let's talk about our shadows. Maybe you think that shadows supposed to be in black or gray color, but if you know me, you know that I always create my shadows using cold colors, and today I will do same. I will tap on blue color, and I will use a lighter shade of blue color with larger size of my brush. Maybe, you know what, I will switch brush to basic watercolor. I will add a few brush strokes, just like that. And I will bring down opacity of this layer, just like this. Now, I will create a new empty layer on top of it. I will bring size of my brush down. just like that. And I will add a few brush strokes just like that directly under my pumpkin. Why? Because if you will look around right now, you will see that all shadows, part of the shadow which is directly under your under any subject is darker, because this shadow positioned directly under your subject, so it's supposed to be darker than the rest of our shadow. I will increase size of my brush just like that, and I will bring down opacity of this layer and a few more brush strokes just like that. I don't want to go completely dark because I love happy fall colors. Now, what I will do, guys, I will highlight my top layer. I will create a new empty layer. I will switch to watercolor wet spatter brush. I will change color of my brush to pure white color. To do so, tap on white color icon in your color wheel and Fresco will jump to pure white color. And I will increase size of my brush by maximum, and I will add a few splashes of water to my pumpkin art just like that. And look at this, guys. This is our painting. By the way, guys, let me turn off visibility of our reference image. If you would like to expand your canvas so you will not have all these panels and a layers panel and toolbar visible, simply tap of two side arrow and you will expand your canvas. If you would like to turn off visibility of a layers panel, simply tap on it and do same. And here you can do whatever you like. I prefer to have my canvas expanded in this way because I have full iPad screen adjusted for my painting. If I would like to change my brush, I will tap on my brush icon and I will expand to a toolbar. If I would like to hide it, I will tap it again, just like this. And by the way, you will always have your touch modifier displayed. And you can, of course, position it in a way you like. And when you will be ready to come back to default UI, tap on double-sided arrow once again, and you will be back to your UI, just like this. So guys, this is what I wanted to share with you today. I hope you like it. I hope you learned something. And again, if you have any questions, just ask. I will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. If you want me to record or stream live about anything, something specific, just let me know and I will do it. I promise I will do it. Just let me know what do you want to see. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Relax. And I will see you next week. Thank you, guys. Love you. Bye.